Hello everyone, my name's Evan Jacobs and welcome to another edition of Boxing Time TV. We have a bout here that I don't know that it's close to being made. I just know that Dmitry Bivol on May 12th said that he would go down to 168 to fight Callum Smith. It's a bout that could happen, so I figured I'm kind of running out of canceled fights. If anyone tells me any fights that I've missed, let me know. I'm sure I've missed a bunch. But yeah, let me know, and I will do my best to make them. So yeah, let's just get right to this. This bout's not set. Don't know if this bout's going to even happen. Dmitry Bivol's 29, Callum Smith's 30. Dmitry Bivol's 6 foot tall. Callum Smith is 6'3". They both weigh 168. Dmitry Bivol, I gave him a 72 reach. And Callum Smith 78 reach. Dmitry Bivol is has 17 fights, 0 losses. Callum Smith 27-0. So these guys are both undefeated. This is a very intriguing matchup scheduled for 12 rounds, 3-minute rounds, 10-point must scoring system, no mandatory 8 count, 3 knockdown rule. Let's go. One thing that's interesting, and I don't think this really plays into this fight at all, but Dmitry Bivol, when I had him fight Sullivan Barrera, I want to say, took a decision over him. You should watch that fight because I did that simulation. So, yeah, I am just kind of going through fights. There are fights. Oh, wow, Callum Smith landing hard against Dmitry Bivol. Wow. Already cracking him. Both these guys hit hard. Both these guys fight with a lot of power. This bout could, end at any moment. I am looking into some other bouts. Apparently, Tyson Shannon Briggs is being bandied about, and we'll talk about that more later. There could be Tyson versus James Toney. There's still the Estrada Chocolatito bout that I wanna do, and then as well as I'm looking at bouts that I have not done. Wow, and you have Dmitry Bivol kind of backing up Callum Smith here with that left hand. I have stories about Dmitry Bivol. I'm going to get to all this. I sort of just started this podcast, and I probably should have organized myself a little bit more. But man, both these guys are cracking each other. This is going to be an interesting contest. I don't know that we're going to see the distance. I could see that. Oh wow! And you have Dmitry Bivol wobbling Callum Smith. There's also a Jacobs versus Callum Smith bout, Daniel Jacobs versus Callum Smith bout, or Daniel Jacobs versus Billy Joe Saunders. So there's a lot of interesting matchups. I'm at a point where I don't know if anyone noticed. Maybe they did, maybe they didn't. It's fine if you didn't. I only did one podcast this week. That was more due to time than anything else. But I'm at a point where I've done a bunch, and it's the kind of thing that I feel that like last week I did the Tyson one against Paul Gallen, and that was kind of a fun one. So my feeling is I'm willing to do those, but I want to keep this to as real fights as possible. And on top of that, it's it's also the Dmitry Bivol versus Callum Smith could very well happen. Whereas these Tyson things, Teddy Atlas brought up a really good thing. Everyone's talking about how great Tyson looks, and I agree that he does look great. And this is something that I really didn't think about. I'm caught up in that too. But Teddy Atlas said, hey, he looked great, but nobody was hitting him back. And that's a really good point. Dmitry Bivol winning this round on one judge's scorecards, losing on the other judge's scorecards, even though we wobbled Callum Smith, one judge having it even. So we're even going into the second round. Sorry, I'm drinking some water here. Once again, you're watching Boxing Time TV. If you like what you're seeing here, sorry, I'm just adjusting my mic. If you like what you're seeing here, please like, comment, and subscribe. Sorry, I'm just fixing this. Please share these links with family and friends. Let people know. I'm just trying to fill this with as much simulated content as I possibly can. We're all still dealing with this coronavirus pandemic, and me doing this podcast is a way I'm just trying to kind of do a little bit of something to just kind of be like, hey, let's look at things in a different way. So who knows when boxing is starting to come back, there's a lot to talk about there. I should probably make a list of so boxing coming back, and we'll talk about ESPN, Matchroom, and then what else? Yeah, there's a Tyson. So yeah, these guys are cracking each other now, folks. I'm telling you, I don't know that this goes 12, considering also that Bivol hurt Callum Smith to the stomach, but Smith did enough in that round to even it up. So yeah, boxing. I believe ESPN is going to be doing a bout on. ESPN is going to be doing a bout on the whatchamacallit, ESPN is doing a bout on when is it? God, folks, I'm just blanking out. They're doing it in June. At least that's the plan. The plan is for them to do it in June, and there's talk of them also doing it in July. Eddie Hearn just announced that he's going to be doing bouts in his backyard, in his mansion, and I think one of those bouts is even going to be the Dylan White Alexander Povetkin bout, which we did here on BoxingTime TV. So, there's a lot of stuff happening. UFC just did 3 cards in a week, and I know that they got more up their sleeves. So, there's a lot happening, folks. There's a lot happening, a lot of simulated fights, a lot of simulated fights on my end. And so once these bouts get announced, or even before that, please feel free to go and check them out and see who wins and see if I'm correct. That's our motto here at BoxingTime TV. Why wait? Watch it now, then watch the real thing and compare. So yeah, this is an interesting time. Dmitry Bivol winning that, having a draw on one of the judges' scorecards, and then 2 of the judges giving it to Callum Smith. So we are 2 rounds into this, and Callum Smith is up by 2 points. We'll see if Dmitry Bivol can do something to even the playing field, as it were. I actually, as far as Dmitry Bivol goes, and you can watch this actually on YouTube, you have to go to the Fight Club OC page. I actually called Dmitry Bivol's first 2 bouts in the U.S. He was fighting at the hangar at the Orange County Fair and Event Center. I work for that promoter. We just started doing Periscope, and I just called a bunch of his bouts. At that time, I was doing that, as well as shooting video and making show videos. So please feel free to check that out. But even when I saw Bivol then, I was like, oh, this guy's, because he was 3 or 4-0, and they were already matching him for titles. And wow, Callum Smith doing some nice work with that left hand. So yeah, they were already matching him for titles, so I knew that the hopes on him were high. And then it just, then he just became, I believe, the best light heavyweight in the world. Trust me, Canelo Alvarez picked Sergey Kovalev very, very carefully. I like Canelo Alvarez. I think he's a very good fighter. He's not going to fight Dmitry Bivol. That is going to a level of fighter size-wise and all this stuff that he just doesn't want to take on. And I'm not saying that he won't. I'm not saying that he's afraid. It's just it doesn't make sense. And he already beat Sergey Kovalev, and so yeah. And also, if you want to follow me on Instagram, my Instagram handle is BoxingTimeWithEvan. I've been posting there more. The page is a real shadow page for the fights for the fights that I do here on Boxing Time TV. I'm trying to just to kind of, if you click the link in that bio, it's going to take you to Boxing Time TV. So, Instagram's connected to Facebook. I'm sorry, Instagram connected to YouTube and all that stuff. Callum Smith, I think, having another good round. I'm telling you, Dmitry Bivol, something about when I make him a computer fighter on here, it can be a bit difficult, but we'll see. We'll see if he breaks through a little bit and cracks Callum Smith. And Smith is doing good work against the ropes, although takes a hard uppercut. Oh, wow. And Callum Smith landing hard on Dmitry Bivol. Folks, I'm telling you, I think we're going to see an interesting bout for at least the first 6-7 rounds. And then, I don't know. I don't want to say who I think is going to take over, but I end up being wrong a lot. So Dmitry Bivol losing that round to Callum Smith on one judge's card, one judge giving it to Dmitry Bivol, another judge giving it to Callum Smith. So now Dmitry Bivol is behind by 3 points. I'm going to be right back, folks. Sorry, I think you guys heard me saying hi to my cat. Sorry, I was out for that round, or for most of it. Down there for 2 minutes, and these guys are going for it. I'm telling you, Callum Smith is counterpunching Dmitry Bivol well. Dmitry Bivol's gotta be careful. He's pressing because that's what Dmitry Bivol does. And that was the one thing when I first saw Bivol, I was reminded of like Julio Cesar Chavez. I was just reminded of that guy that's just an assassin, keeps coming forward and forward and forward, and his opponent just can't keep him off of him. But, I just think over time, the level of competition's risen. So, we're seeing some things in Bivol in real life that are like, okay, but he's a great fighter, and I still think he's the best light heavyweight in the world. And I could see him going down and fighting Callum Smith, and who knows, maybe Callum Smith would have his number just because Callum Smith is a super middleweight, natural. So we will see. All right. So they're saying that Bivol's obviously tired. Smith is tired. Callum Smith taking that round on one judge's scorecard. One judge having it even. The other judge giving it to Callum Smith. So now Callum Smith up by 5 points going into the 5th round. Callum Smith, is he going to start pulling away? Is he going to come out? We will have to see. Both these guys are trading. This is kind of a back and forth wall, but Dmitry Bivol still going for it. Still wants it. So we are gonna have to see as these two guys stand ring center, and Callum Smith finding range, and it's a question: can Dmitry Bivol keep this up? Can he keep coming forward? Can he keep taking those shots? Sorry, I'm talking to my cat. He's going to an area I don't want him going to. That's a good kitty. Thank you, my friend. Thank you for listening to the finger snap. It's got a recent cat. His name is Gizmo. I'm going to be putting him in some of my movies that I make. I make animated films. No, not. I mean, I do make animated films, but I make micro-budget films. Sorry, I can't even talk today. I feel like I have all these thoughts in my head right now that I'm trying to say everything at once and nothing's coming out correctly. So I just need to relax. 3 deep breaths, right? And I don't mind doing this with you guys in the middle of my podcast as I'm doing a simulated bout. And do you want to know why? Because I do a sloppy show. And it's just supposed to be fun. Honestly, I think people watch more to see what the computer fighters are going to do than to hear me talk about it. So, I'm fine with whatever happens. Oh man, Callum Smith landing hard on the head of Dmitry Bivol. Bivol cracking back though. Now my cat's come back in here and he is on this thing that I don't actually want him on, but I've kind of just given up. That's the kind of owner that I am. I just give up. For the most part. There's some stuff I fight on, and I actually have a lot of doors shut. A lot of rooms I don't want him going into, but he has a run of a home, so I don't think he can complain too much. Can you? Kind of just ignoring me. Okay, I'm going to focus back on this fight. Oh wow, Dmitry Bivol busting through and pushing Callum Smith into the ropes. We'll see if he can keep that up. And we end this round. I don't know. To me, that round could have been even. Bivol's pressing and saying that they're both tired. One judge gives it to Smith. Another judge gives it to Callum Smith. And another judge giving it to Callum Smith. And Smith is against the ropes, folks. That's one thing that I love about this game is it is so just real, true to real boxing. That being, it's called Sierra Championship Boxing. It came out in 1983. It's a great game. In normal boxing games, and I love the Fight Night game, and I love what Kalle Sauerland did with it. Did with it for that tournament. Although he seems to have stopped doing that for the moment. Anyway, I love it. At the same time, it's one of those things. That one thing I like about this game is that anything can happen at any moment. Even though Dmitry Bivol is behind right now, he's still coming forward. You don't generally see that in boxing games, but in real life, you often see that where a fighter trails against another guy and Callum Smith is just being cagier, counterpunching, and doing the things that he needs to do to build up points and win the fight. Oh! Callum Smith landing a hard left hand, wobbling Dmitry Bivol. I don't know, folks. Now Dmitry Bivol landing hard. Did Bivol get awoken by that? As we go into the third round, Dmitry Bivol is not out of this by any stretch of the imagination. Callum Smith is not taking over this fight. Both guys are in this. Both guys are throwing a lot of punches, and it really does remain to be seen. But in most boxing games, a guy would land a hard punch against another guy, or he would be hurting him, and then he would land some amazing knockout blow, and then he would just drop the guy. And it would be set up, and you'd see his stamina go down and all that. This game doesn't have any of that, and I love it. It's bare bones, stripped down, and it's a lot more, I believe, like what you see. Oh, Smith wobbling. Oh, he wobbles and drops Dmitry Bivol. Oh, wow. Bivol went down hard, folks. Oh, man. Oh, Bivol really went down hard, and Callum Smith just counterpunching Oh, and now he does it again. This kind of reminds me of the fight that Sergey Kovalev had against Alida Alvarez, in which there's just the way that Callum Smith is fighting. He's just counterpunching. He's standing sort of, he's back, and he's just sort of found his distance and found his range. Wow, folks. But now he gets up, and now Dmitry Bivol is cracking on Callum Smith. And now these guys are just going for it. Dmitry Bivol has to be. Hold on 1 second, folks. Found it. You found it. Okay. Here, let's get back to the boxing. So sorry about that. My cat made a noise downstairs. He's new. He's been here a little over a week. I'm so sorry. But I think one of the fighters has a cut over their eye. I think it's Dmitry Bivol. Anyway, my cat found something. It was doing all these things. It was making all these noises. And it found a cat toy that I had from my previous cat of a few years ago. And it's a little mouse. And so it's kind of funny because it's sitting there. And it has the little mouse next to him like it found something. So sorry about that. I know I should have things more locked down with my podcast. And everything should be so perfect. And oh, wow. Oh, I'm telling you, Callum Smith. Does he have Dmitry Bivol's number? He's really done a lot of good work with that left hand. And Bivol, to his credit, has tried, and he's still landing. And he's in this fight because Bivol can punch, and you never know. He can Bivol can turn things around, but he's gotta be smarter now. And right now, Callum Smith is still counterpunching him. He still has Dmitry Bivol coming toward him, and Bivol's not taking a backward step, and Callum Smith is just busting him up. Oh, wow. So they're just going now. Hold on 1 second, folks. I'm sorry that I keep stepping out. All right. So now Callum Smith now moving Dmitry Bivol back. Is he gonna start unloading on him? Could Dmitry Bivol start counterpunching and figure something out? We still have 5 more rounds to go after this. Oh, and Callum Smith landing hard on him. And Callum Smith doing really, really well, fighting at long range. I mean, don't get me wrong, Dmitry Bivol is a really good fighter, and he's found ways to hit him. But Callum Smith really doing well, fighting at long range and hitting him with the kind of punches that got Dmitry Bivol's respect. And really finding a home for that left hand. So let's see what the judges say after 7. Like I said, 5 more rounds to go after this. Dmitry Bivol's tired and has a cut over his eye. They're saying that Smith's obviously tired, but Dmitry Bivol apparently didn't do a lot in that round. Callum Smith took it 10-8 on all, or Callum Smith took it 10-8 on all 3 judges' scorecards. Now, Callum Smith up by 20 points. So, anyway, back to what I was saying. I really liked what Callie Sauerland did with that whole WBSS, EA tournament. It was cool. But I like this game a lot more. However, I believe I'm going to be purchasing that EA Sports game just because I never owned it. It was a lot of fun to watch, and I'd like to make my own, who knows, maybe I'll figure out a way. But I want to keep everything with Sierra Championship Boxing. But who knows, maybe I'll just do it just for fun, or it'd just be fun to play the game. Plus, I think it's something good to own. Really is a good boxing game. Folks, I'm going to turn on a fan. Hope it's not too loud. I'm just kind of warm in this room. It's kind of a warmer day here in California. I don't know. I just get this feeling now that Callum Smith could just measure him with the left hand and land a right hand, and that could spell the end for Dmitry Bivol. We will have to see. So Dmitry Bivol landing, not a ton of action here. Both fighters throwing a lot of punches, and this will have to be this remains to be seen. Callum Smith doing well, finding a home for that right hand. And like I'm saying, I felt that it would get to about this point. It took a little bit longer, but I think Callum Smith is now taking this over. And, Dmitry Bivol taking a lot of shots, not out of this by any stretch of the imagination, but becoming out of it on the scorecards. All right, now they're still saying Bivol's very tired, has a cut over his eye. Smith's obviously tired. So, however, Smith taking that round, 10-8. Two of the judges' scorecards, 10-9 on one of them. We have 4 more rounds left. And, folks, I'm telling you, I think Callum Smith kind of has this locked up. He comes out, now he lands a right hand. He's found a way. He has Dmitry Bivol's number, and he really has Bivol's respect. Bivol is still searching, though, still working, still trying to work to beat Callum Smith. Oh, Dmitry Bivol landing a right hand on the head of Callum Smith. Once again, you're watching Boxing Time TV. If you like what you're seeing here, please like, comment, and subscribe. Please share these links. Please tell your friends. Please, just help spread the word. I enjoy doing this. I love doing it. It's just something that, I think this is an interesting way to look at boxing and just have a discussion as we are, as we're all sort of creating content and doing our thing. I just think that this is kind of a unique, interesting way, rather than just talking about a fight. I give you a simulation of a fight. Sometimes it happens, sometimes it doesn't, in terms of the way that the real fight would go. This fight is not made, but I figure why not just do it just for fun. because it has a good chance of getting made. Oh, and Callum Smith kind of going for it, but takes a left hand, though. Has to be careful. Oh, and drives Dmitry Bivol into the ropes as we go into now the championship rounds. I'm not saying that Bivol has a gash over his eye. Folks, this could be over. Bivol's not really doing that much. Loses at 10-7 on one judge's scorecard, 10-8 on another, 10-8 on another. Bivol has a gash over his eye. Smith is obviously tired, but they could stop this just because of that cut. And if it would, and if they did, this would be a good feather in Callum Smith's hat over Dmitry Bivol. And Callum Smith trying to kind of go for it. Now, I'm telling you, I think they could stop this. I mean, they're rare, but this game sometimes realizes, hey, Dmitry Bivol's not doing much. Folks, he's not throwing punches. And look, you just have Callum Smith just throwing punches out right now. Dmitry Bivol taking shots, has a gash over his eye, been, outclassed, been dropped. This is a feather in Callum Smith's hat because Dmitry Bivol's a really good fighter. But it's just not happening for him tonight. This is the second time I think a simulation I've done with Dmitry Bivol. I'll actually connect the other fight that we did with what's that guy's name? Sullivan Barrera, and Barrera beat him too on points, I believe. I mean, I was really surprised. If you watch that broadcast that I did, I was like, huh? But yeah, I think Smith will probably just end up taking a decision. I don't see them. I don't know. This game doesn't stop it when they should. But I mean, Dmitry Bivol now behind by how many points? By 32 points. So, I mean, he needs a knockout to win. I don't think he's going to get it. He could. Stranger things have happened in this game. But, I mean, he's going to have to do more than what he's doing now. And he's not really throwing punches. And Callum Smith boxing from a distance, moving, all the things you need to do to secure victory. All right, Dmitry Bivol losing that round, 10-7 on all three of the judges' scorecards. Bivol has a gash over his eye. Callum Smith, tired. Callum Smith up by 42 points, folks. No, 41 points. Oh, Dmitry Bivol coming out and Callum Smith taking him, landing a left hand. If these guys go for it, Callum Smith's got to be careful because Dmitry Bivol's a guy with a gash and behind on points. We'll see if he can pull something out. I mean, Dmitry Bivol's a great fighter and he can do it. But Callum Smith seems to be pretty darn good as well. He's dropped Dmitry Bivol. And now Callum Smith hurting. Drops Dmitry Bivol again hard, folks. Wow, I think Bivol's gonna get up. He's just that kind of fighter, folks. I think he's going to get up. Yep, he gets up. He's that kind of fighter. Callum Smith going to the body. Who knows? Maybe they will stop this, just considering the gash over Dmitry Bivol's eye. But look, Dmitry Bivol gets up, takes shots to the body. If his corner should throw in the towel. Somebody should stop this. Oh, but I'm telling you, look at how tough Dmitry Bivol is, folks. Gets dropped again, even harder. Oh, now Callum Smith is just running the numbers on him. Oh, and wobble again. Wobble again. Callum Smith is trying to find the just a little out of the punching range. Oh, now he cracks him again. Oh, whoa, and Bivol's hurt. I don't know that I've ever seen a fighter be hurt for this long on this game. He was hurt for like 10 seconds. Wow. Callum Smith, what a performance. Has a lot to be proud about. Drew Dmitry Bivol out, cracked him with shots, and is just wow. This is a contest. And Bivol came out and he had like renewed vigor and he wanted to kind of mix it up, wanted to make that puncher's chance go, and Callum Smith let him have it. This game should stop it. It really should. I mean, you have Callum Smith fighting from a distance. Oh, working when he drops Dmitry Bivol again. Folks, it's going to be hard for Bivol to get up. Going to be hard for him to get up. Wow, Callum Smith has his number. Never thought I'd see Bivol in this kind of position. But man, Bivol gets up. Wow. This bout's now, it's become one-sided, folks. Really one-sided. And I'm saying for the first 5-6 rounds, it was very, very competitive. Dmitry Bivol wasn't out of this fight. It's just what's happened in the second part of this fight. Man, Callum Smith has come on, folks. And now, I mean, he's got to be up 10-7 across the board on this round, which is going to give him like a 60-point advantage. Bivol's exhausted, has a gash over his eye. Smith is breathing heavy. 10-7 for Callum Smith. 10-7 for Callum Smith. Ooh, 10-8 for Callum Smith. I don't know how the judge gets that. So now Dmitry Bivol is down 49 points, folks. 49 points. He desperately needs a knockout to win. Can he do it? Can he do it against Callum Smith? We will see. Smith has fought such a good fight from a distance. Busted Dmitry Bivol up. Drawn him, really just beating him up. Kind of a counter-punching performance on his part, and it's been incredible. And Smith's fighting smart now. Well, I mean, he has everything to lose, engages and gets cut and hurt. I mean, not even cut, but like hurt by Dmitry Bivol. There's no point. Bivol, if he wants it, has to come forward and get it. But Smith has shown him what happens when he does it. And look, you have Dmitry Bivol landing a right hand, folks. Stranger things have happened in this sport. Bivol, tough guy. Callum Smith with a masterful performance. We're all winners here. All right, now both these guys are sort of sitting back, kind of admiring their work. I don't blame them. This has been a good fight, an exciting fight. Callum Smith, give him all the credit in the world. He has tried to stop Dmitry Bivol, and it just hasn't happened. He's dropped him 3 times though, so you got to give him a lot of credit for that. And once again, folks, you are watching Boxing Time TV. If you like what you've seen, please like, comment, and subscribe. I apologize for a bit of the sloppiness today, just sort of being in and out of the room and this and that. But, hey, you know what? This is just a fun podcast. I'm enjoying doing it. Hopefully you're enjoying listening to it. Hopefully you've enjoyed this fight. It's been very, very entertaining. And, you got to credit both guys. They've both been game. You know, Dmitry Bivol came out in the 11th round. He was trying to mix it up again, wanted to take that puncher's chance. Callum Smith showed him, hey, I'm in control. And Callum Smith has been in control pretty much since the 7th round, maybe even the 6th. Callum Smith, he's fighting smart. I don't blame him. Why go for the kill? He's gone for the kill. He's dropped him twice. He's shown what he can do. Dmitry Bivol is being resilient. It would be not smart of him. We're in the final 10 seconds. Callum Smith just taking this, you know, just by virtue of the fact he threw more punches in the last round. So let's see. Wow, what a dominant performance, man. Dmitry Bivol is a really good fighter too. This is surprising. Oh, look at that. Callum Smith winning by 50 points over Dmitry Bivol. The winner is Callum Smith by unanimous decision. The fight lasted 12 rounds. Bivol was knocked down 3 times, has a gash over his eye. Smith was not knocked down. Smith winning this bout, 119-101, 119-102, 119-104 over Dmitry Bivol. Thank you so much for tuning in to Boxing Time TV. If you like what you've seen, please like, comment, and subscribe. Please share these links with people. Give me, you know, please just tell your friends about this page. Share these links, and also find me on Instagram, Boxing Time TV. Please, no, I'm sorry, Boxing Time with Evan. Do a lot of stuff there. And also, yeah, thank you so much for tuning in. This has been Boxing Time TV, where our motto is, why wait? Watch it now, and then watch the real thing and compare.